What's up? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get my light together. Y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel, y'all. Okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta add some dimension to the scene. Y'all, I don't know if anyone else has gone through this as like a YouTuber or as like a content creator, but that moment when you finally figure out a YouTube setup that really works for you, this works for me. Like, I don't know if y'all could see just the art around my head and just it just works. This just works for me. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Creativ, so short for Creative Solutions. What we focus on this channel is all things creativity, art, but also blending that with business and innovation. Something that we're specializing in this season is blockchain technology, crypto, NFTs, and specifically how artists and entrepreneurs can leverage this new form of technology to be able to monetize their art, but also to be able to like build communities and monetize their community as a community, right? So make sure if that's something that you're interested in and that's something that you want to find out and learn more about from someone who is like an actual creator on the ground learning, make sure you subscribe to this channel. My goal is to get to 500 subscribers by December. That would be like my resolution, like 500 subscribers by December. And I'm going to be uploading constantly, giving you guys more content constantly until I reach my 500 subscribers. Like, I'm not letting up, not this year. Okay, so what do I want to talk about today? What I want to talk about today is the Clarity Act. So I just made a video. It's like a short video. You can find it on my TikTok or you can find it on YouTube. Or my Instagram, all at Creative Solutions _ or creative.so, one of those. I'm going to have all those linked in the description below, so make sure you follow me. But the Clarity Act is basically Congress trying to pass regulation. It is their attempt to regulate the blockchain decentralized financial space. And there's a couple reasons as to why that I covered in my video, but I want to go deeper on those topics today, specifically when it comes down to tokenization and meme coins. Y'all, let me get a drink of water before I go into this, because this is so juicy. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. So let's break it down, right? So as we know, Trump has his own meme coin. Trump has his own token and everything, right? So first, let me explain what meme coins are. Meme coins are basically a digital asset. The same way that you would go to the stock market and you would go purchase a Tesla stock or you would go purchase a stock in a company is the same way that you can go and purchase a meme coin, right? It has its own liquidity pool. Now, liquidity pool are basically a pool of two or more assets. So for every $200 that I buy, I get one Tesla stock. For every $200 that I put into a meme coin, I get 10,000 coins or 10,000 tokens. It's the same thing, right? The only difference is that the stock market is regulated by the SEC. The SEC basically says if you're going to raise capital and you're promising people a return on their investment potentially, you have to be regulated by the SEC, meaning that we have to go through your paperwork, we have to go through your financials. That could take years, that could take a long time, versus with decentralized financial technology, there is no centralized authority. So because there is no central authority, there is no one to regulate that space and say, hey, you can't, we need to check your financials and we need to make sure that the money's actually there in order for you to actually drop the coin. So if you're telling me that in decentralized finance, because there's no central authority, I technically can have something that works like a stock and acts like a stock, but as long as I don't tell people that it is a stock, then I could technically raise funding and raise capital and the SEC can't touch it. Wow. very interesting. Now, if you are a billionaire like Elon Musk, who has his own Dogecoin, or like Trump, who has his own coin, right? This is very, very, very powerful. This is like a whole, you're going to look at this with a whole new set of eyes, because if I technically don't have to go through centralized regulatory authorities in order to do the same thing in terms of raising capital, then that means that I can raise capital without having, I can basically raise capital without having to go get checked and report my finances, and people are going to invest in me, not because it's actually has value, but because I, as a person, have value, right? So we're going to use Donald Trump as an example, because this has a lot to do with why the Clarity Act is having such a hard time getting passed. So bear with me. So let's say you're Donald Trump, right? You're the president of the United States, right? So you have to be very careful of the moves that you make, especially when it comes to money, because anything you do that's linked to money can be considered corruption, right? So you say, you want to know what? I am no longer, as a president, since I'm the president now and I'm running the country into the ground. Who said that? What? Oh my God. I'm going to let my sons manage my businesses. So now my sons own my businesses, right? I don't own my businesses, meaning I don't have any say or any authority of what's going on in the business. My sons have all the authority and they get all the say, right? So they just all got promoted within the family, right? So that now means that anything that happens within Trump's businesses, he is no longer liable for, because he technically does not own them. His kids do, right? So his kids say, hey, I don't know about you, but this whole blockchain, DeFi, crypto, meme coin thing seems pretty lucrative. Let's start creating a couple crypto projects, and let's convince your community of Trump followers and Trump supporters to invest in the project, right? Which would be considered retail, right? Those are like retail investors. So retail investors are like, oh my God, Trump's got a coin. He's the president of the United States. He definitely got some, big things popping. Let me go ahead and invest in the coin. Y'all, when I tell you, all these people invested in the coin and they lost $2.3 billion. And guess how much Trump's family made? $2.3 billion. Oh, OMG, y'all. It's an article on it. I'm going to go ahead and link that for you. I'm going to post them right here, all the articles that I found. Yes, $2.3 billion, guys. Yeah, that's how much they made. So now it's like, okay, so you're telling me technically his family done ran off on a plug twice through multiple different crypto projects and multiple different family coins, right? And then they're getting other investors overseas to actually funnel payment. So, and this is where corruption really comes about, because there's this whole thing with the NVIDIA chips. So now they're saying that the Emirates, the UAE family, which is like another family, very prominent family, right? Kingdom, paid or invested $500 million into one of these crypto projects. I think it was the World Liberty Project, right? And in exchange, Trump basically said that they are allowed to receive basically NVIDIA AI chips, right? And the whole reason why the Democrats have such a big issue with this is because, one, they're saying that this is corruption, this is fraud, you're literally stealing from people, you're literally rug pulling on your own community. If you don't know what a rug pull is, go watch my previous videos on Instagram and TikTok. I literally explain to you what a rug pull is. But in short, a rug pull is basically where they inflate the value of the asset and then they take all the money out of it and basically make the asset go back down to zero. So the way that this loops back into the Clarity Act is like, okay, Trump, you are literally creating these decentralized digital assets, right, that are unregulated. You're getting people to invest in them around, like, I think people started investing in them around 2024, 2025, right before he got elected, which was a really, really smart way to raise funds. But you raise capital, you rug pull on retail investors, right? Then you're having people invest in the coin, and then in exchange, you're letting them get access to NVIDIA AI chips. And the reason why the Democrats, or the reason why certain people don't want the NVIDIA AI chips to go to the UAE, is because they feel like the UAE has ties with China. And if China get onto them chips, listen, China already doing a lot with previous year's chips, right? They don't even have the most updated technology, but they got better AI than everybody on the block. Like, they came on the block bussing, like, they really was like, listen, you know what I'm saying? That's not stopping nothing. And then let them fool around and get the updated technology. Oh, it's up. It's all the way up, and it's all the way stuck. So that's basically why the Democrats are like, hey, listen, this is corruption. Like, this is corrupt. Elizabeth Warren is like, listen, these people are corrupt. You get what I'm saying? Now, why isn't Donnie going to jail? The reason why Donnie is not going to jail is because the only people that can actually basically take Donnie to jail are the people in Congress and the Attorney General. But he got both of them on lock because we got a majority Republican House, right? And then the Attorney General used to be Donald's criminal defense attorney. You get what I'm saying? So now the Democrats, specifically when it comes to the Clarity Act, the Democrats are like, listen, we're not voting on this bill unless you basically, instead of making the regulatory authority or the person that's going to be the judgment of what's legal and what's not illegal, instead of that being the Attorney General of the federal government, make it the state Attorney General. And that way the state Attorney General can basically press charges and lawsuits, et cetera, on Donald Trump and other elected officials who are in cahoots when it comes to the corruption that is rampant in the country. Okay? Because the truth is like, it's not fair that as an elected official, not only are you able to leverage these financial instruments, these decentralized financial instruments, to be able to do things like raise capital unethically and then steal from people basically by rug pulling them. But not only that, but now you're actually getting payment from other countries through these means to be able to give them access to sensitive government property, or give them access to things that could put our government in jeopardy when it comes to how we're faring in these technological races with other countries. Listen, if it's one thing Donald Trump is going to do, he going to line his pockets every time. Every freaking time. One thing Donald Trump going to do, get rich. Okay? One thing Donald Trump gonna do, get rich. I feel like when he got elected, he's like, listen, I don't really care about what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? As long as my pockets are lined, then I'm doing just fine. Thank you. Thank you very much. Listen, y'all, he gonna get rich every time. And it kind of is, that's what's making this bill slow up, right? Is the fact that the Democrats are like, listen, it has to be state attorney generals. We don't want the attorney general on the federal state level to be the regulatory authority, because they're going to side with Donald. They've been trying to send this man to jail. Listen, they've been trying to send this man to jail for as long as this man been running as president. Okay, they've been trying. He not going, y'all. He got it on lock. He not going. Give it up. Try something else. Y'all got to do something else. But that's neither here or there. You get what I'm saying? But y'all, he got it on lock. So what does this mean for the Clarity Act? We don't know. That's kind of the coolest part, is that everything is still so up in the air. Me personally, my personal opinion, I think it doesn't really make sense to try to regulate an unregulated market. It just makes more sense to try to basically create safeguards for people to play in the sandbox and not get eaten or bit by the snake. And that's really what I feel like the Clarity Act is going to do. I don't think the Clarity Act is going to like solve all of the corruption that is happening, because at the end of the day, Elon Musk got a coin. Elon Musk got a coin, and he just went into second IPO. You get what I'm saying? And then the craziest thing about these coins, y'all, is it's not expensive to start a coin. Like, you could literally start a coin with like 5 Ethereum or like 0.02 Ethereum. Like, you could start a coin for basically nothing. As long as you have enough people to believe in you and enough retail investment support, you can start a coin for absolutely nothing at all, y'all, and make tons of money. And when I mean tons of money, I mean this family went to the bank. Okay? They went to the bank. They invested probably less than $1 million and walked away with $500 million from multiple projects. It's not a game, y'all. Look it up. I'm gonna put it all up here. It's not a game. They're playing to win, okay? And you can too. And that's why I feel like it's very important to teach creators specifically and other entrepreneurs about this technology, because one, it's about to get heavily regulated, which isn't a bad thing, right? It can only get regulated so much. Like, you guys know how there's the dark web. You get what I'm saying? It's like this space where there's a lot of lawlessness. The dark web and DeFi are basically like cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dark web and DeFi are basically like cousins. Like, you can't regulate something that was literally designed to be decentralized so that no central authority could come into the space and regulate the space. And it's completely transparent. So yeah, you might have anonymity and privacy from, using wallets that have no like attachment to a government ID. But at the end of the day, all of those transactions can be tracked on the blockchain. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date on what happens with the Clarity Act. I'm really excited to see how this is going to pan out. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, I don't necessarily support y'all viewpoints, but I do feel like the way that you guys are going about leveraging centralized financial institutions and decentralized financial institutions to be able to make money is very smart, and I applaud the strategy. Okay, that's about all y'all gonna get from me. Anyway, if you like this video, please smash the like button, okay? And turn on post notifications if you want to stay up to date on what's happening with the Clarity Act. I'm gonna be posting more videos about how creators can get into this industry before it starts getting heavily regulated, and as it's being regulated, what is safe and what is, like, kind of risky. And also, I'm going to be giving a lot of information about just how to understand like what's happening, like blockchain basics, crypto basics, etc., understanding centralized financial systems and decentralized financial systems, because they're really the same. The only difference is that there is no central authority in DeFi. The authority is literally the technology, and the technology runs on code. So if you like this video, slash the like button, comment down below what you think about the Clarity Act, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.